Hi. So today is June 24, 2026. Indonesia. Indonesia. 8 p.m. So, the loss of Pulau Hijau. Rina was 12 years old. She lived in a small town near the sea. Her house was old, maybe 100 years old, and it had many rooms that nobody used. One Saturday morning, Rina was bored. Her phone had no battery. The rain was heavy outside. She walked slowly through the house, looking for something to do. Then she found a door. It was small and hidden behind a big bookshelf. Rina pushed the bookshelf and opened the door. Behind it was a dark room. She turned on the light. The room was full of old things: boxes, books, a broken chair, and a large wooden table. Everything had a lot of dust on it. Rina sneezed 3 times. Wow. She said it quietly. Wow. Nobody comes here. She walked to the table and saw a small metal box. It had a lock, but the lock was already broken. She opened the box carefully. Inside was a piece of very old paper. Rina picked it up slowly. It was a map. The map showed an island. At the top of the map, someone had written 3 words in old ink. Pulau Hijau Kasih. In English, this means the hidden green island. Rina looked at the map carefully. She could see a beach, a river, a mountain, and a forest. In the middle of the forest, there was a small drawing of a house. Next to the house, someone drew a circle. Drew a red circle. What is inside the red circle? Rina thought. What is? She took the map to her grandmother, who was sitting in the kitchen and drinking tea. Nenek, said Rina, look at this. I found it in the hidden room. Her grandmother looked at the map for a long time. Her eyes became white. Hey, she said slowly. This is your grandfather, Mac. He was a fisherman. He told me a story when I was young. A story about an island that nobody could find. I thought it was just a story. Maybe it's not just a story, said Rina. The next morning, the rain stopped. The sky was blue and the sea was calm. Rina asked her friend Budi to come with her. Budi was 13 and he loved adventure. He said yes immediately. They took a small boat from the beach. Rina held the map and Budi held the oars. They rowed for about 40 minutes, following direction on the map. I reached the island, said Budi. He was a little tired. Wait, said Rina. The map says we need to go left at the big rock. They found the big rock. They turned left and then they saw it. It was a small island. It was completely green, big trees everywhere, colorful birds, flew above them. The island looked like something from a dream. It's real, said Moody. His mouth was open. It's actually real. They pulled the boat into the sand and walked into the forest. It was quiet and cool by the trees. The only sounds were birds and light and leaves. They followed the map for about 20 minutes. Then they found the house. It was very small. On the one room, there was a map of outlook and the roof was covered with green plants. The door was not locked. Rena pushed it open. Inside, everything was simple. There was a small bed, a table, a chair, a shelf with some old books. On the table, there was a notebook. Rena opened it. The notebook belonged to her great-grandfather, Pak Sali. He had very many things inside. Notes about fish, about weather, about the island, and the last page. He wrote something very important. I read it out loud. This island is a gift. The trees here are very old. The water is clean. The birds here not live anywhere else in the world. Please protect this place. Do not tell everyone. Tell only the people who will love it. And then we look at each other. We wanted someone to find this, said Woody quietly. He wanted us to protect it, said Rena. They sailed back home in the afternoon. The sun was orange, low in the sky. Rena took the notebook on her lap. He was a good man. When they arrived, Rena told her grandmother everything first. Her grandmother listened without speaking. When Rena finished, her grandmother was crying, but smiling too. Rena thought about what to do next. Sorry. Her grandmother said this. He was a good man. Your grandfather. He loved nature more than anything. Rena thought about what to do next. She knew the island was special. She decided to talk to her teacher, who worked with an environmental group. Maybe they could protect the island officially, make it a safe place forever. But first, she went back to the hidden room. She put the map in the metal box. She also put the notebook inside. Then she wrote one more thing on a small piece of paper and placed it inside too. The island is still there. We will take care of it. Rena, granddaughter of Asali, was the boss. Outside, the stars were coming out, one by one, above the dark sea. Thank you.